So I've been sitting here listening to this music in between episodes, and it reminds me of 3 games. It reminds me of Turok the Dinosaur Hunter on the N64. It reminds me of the original Resident Evil. Actually, now I'm thinking of a 4th game. So it reminds me of the original Resident Evil, and it reminds me of Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, or Shin Megami Tensei 3. This just sounds like a track that would be in all 3 of those games. But it also makes me think of Twilight Princess on the PlayStation, or not PlayStation, on the GameCube. Specifically like the Twilight Realm music. Like this one track is reminding me of all 4 of those games. Alright.
Wake up, you lazy bags of swamp gas! The voodoo vibe is thick tonight. Let's take advantage of this powerful mojo and step up production. Keep piling those shiny bones into the sink. We'll have an army of ghosts by morning and take over Mexico by the end of the week.
Is that the boss? Ms. Ruby, no, I don't think it doesn't. No, she sounds like the boss, but I don't think that's the boss. Let's just dig a little deeper just to make sure. Nope, not her. Just had to check, you know. I didn't want to be like, is that the boss? And then it's like, no, it's not the boss. Alright, if I remember correctly, there's a really annoying level in this one. Alright, so I think this... Isn't this one kind of like that one part in Sekiro? Which I've never played Sekiro, I just know about the giant snake.
What's with this industrial strength voodoo gate? Ms. Ruby must really be trying to keep something out.
Or maybe she's trying to keep something in.
Glad I didn't just walk away from that. Alright, Sly. Alright, Sly. Just climb up the... Oh, the candle's in the way. Really, honestly, it's kind of funny to think, but if I just ran through the levels and didn't do... No, we're not playing this, we're going back. If I just ran through the levels and didn't try and grab the bottles, like, I'd probably be really far into the game, like, even further than I am, because, like... Really looking at these levels, you know, they're really, like, short. Like, it's, like I said, it's like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro. It's really a short game. Not really anything negative meant by that. I just mean it kind of just, it just is what it is in that regard. You're not in here, dude.
Did you see those reeds move? There's something huge under there. You better get going.
Ah. I should be fine. I have the water safety. Anyway, yeah, I bet you could, if you just like zoomed through the game, you could probably finish this game really quick. Mosquitoes are making me think of the first Rayman game. I would play, if I ever played Rayman on the PlayStation, I have the game. If I ever played it, like, I'm not doing a full playthrough of it because, like, it gets ridiculous, like, ridiculously hard by the end of it, to the point where, like, I probably wouldn't finish it because it gets that hard. We're fine. We're in the, we can survive the water. You know, this, for some reason, it's starting to make me think of the first Rescuers movie. Well, I'm not getting that bottle. Oh, come on, dude. Guess I'm coming back. It's starting to make me think of the first Rescuers movie, which I was talking to my sister about the other day, and I was like, you know, it's a pretty dark movie if you think about it, because if I remember correctly, they imply pretty heavily that, like, the orphan that Miss Medusa kidnapped, you know, to get the crystal or whatever it was that she wanted, the diamond, like, that's not the first one she's kidnapped. And, like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, the spot where the jewel is only big enough for a kid to get there, and, like, you know, it floods, like, high tide comes in, so it kind of implies that there's, like, a lot of orphans that were kidnapped and probably drowned. But I don't think it really comes out and says it. So there's that, you know, in that Disney movie. Which is not really surprising because Disney used to have a lot of stuff like that in it, where it was just like, you know, if you didn't think about it too much, it was not a big deal. But, like, when you started thinking about it, it was like, well, hang on a second. I think that's, there's greater implications there. Get out of here. Alright. Spiders and mosquitoes. What a creative bunch of enemies, I reckon. If I remember correctly, like, you have to do the chase scene again, which kind of sucks. Because the whole reason I couldn't get those bottles to begin with is because that stupid snake thing kept, like, knocking me off. Just go. Leave the mosquito. Alright, let's go. Got it. Got that one. Okay, cool. Now we can just get out of here. Thanks for the help, buddy. Alright, come on now. There we go. So is it just like flying?
past the circle.
Was it like
Enter
the dragon and Shaolin
I had to
showdown?
overcome some personal demons to get the answer to this one. Try 4, 4, 4.
Is it because people used to call you Four Eyes or something?
A more modern entry. Bruce O'Coop's computer hacking technique. Using the data on this page, I should be able to
Isn't that
tap
something
the
in
duty
this game, or
roster
is that in the
each
next
hideout
game?
and project guard information into your binocucom.
I want to say that's in the next game, so I might not have to worry about it in this one. The hacking mini game. I don't think it's in this one. Maybe it might. We'll see. Alrighty, Rooney. Pow. Alright. A grave undertaking. Well, I don't want to leave without the horseshoe. I wonder how many kids played this game
Why, you'd better be on your guard
and like
here.
had that
My
ghost come flying at them and they got
scatter show
scared.
This place is really haunted.
I didn't play this game when I was a kid, so I wouldn't like. I played this game when I was like, it was like what, 2009, 2010 maybe, around that time. So I would have been like 19 or 20 years old. These Swamp Thing enemies are getting on my nerves because, like, you know, you don't take them out.
Very interesting. When you
don't take 'em out, they
gravestone,
take you
the
out pretty
ghosts stop
easily.
coming. It must be some kind of ghost generator. Maybe if you smash them all, you'd be safe.
A ghost generator. If I remember correctly, I don't think there's a lot of like security. You know, like they had the laser beams and like the spotlights and stuff. I don't think there were as many in this one. And I mean, surprisingly, you know, the swamps of Haiti having like high tech, you know, security systems. It's just kind of a shocker, right? That they don't have it. Well, this isn't good. Fire? You know, these ghosts kind of remind me of like Conker's Bad Fur Day a little bit with the zombies in that game. Boing. Alright, camera. Alright. Almost halfway. Oh. Looks like I spoke too soon. We gotta get in between the basilisks here. a good thing we're not doing a European extreme run of this game, or else we would have already gamed over like several times. Alright. Never understood why those difficulties were called European extreme, if I'm being honest. Talking about Metal Gear Solid, European extreme difficulty setting is like if you set off an alarm, it's an instant game over. The furthest I've ever gotten on that difficulty was like in Metal Gear Solid 3. I did the entire Virtuous mission on it, but then I didn't get very far after that because I was just like, I'm not going any further. I'd really love to play the Metal Gear Solid series. Well, that sucked. I'd really like to play the Metal Gear Solid series at some point. I'm just a little concerned about the, like, you know, 90-minute cutscenes. It seems like it would be a game to play if you were streaming or something, you know? And eventually I do plan on streaming. I just don't know when. Don't know when yet. God, come on, man. I wonder, can I roll into him? Electricity! I mean, if it would have let me continue rolling, it would have been fine. Where is this going to put me? At the beginning? Yeah. As long as I have all the bottles up to this point, I don't care. Let's see. Okay, cool. These guys' hitbox are so weird. But, yeah, like I said, I would love to play Metal Gear Solid. I just don't know how I would do... like I said, it would have to be one of those things that I just... maybe when I eventually start streaming once a week or something like that, like, I can do it then. Because that's what makes the most sense to me. Because otherwise it's going to be like a 90-minute video. And it's really, I think, if I remember correctly, it doesn't really start really doing that until Metal Gear Solid 3. Because I'm pretty sure the first two games don't really have that all that much. Maybe I'm misremembering. But I know that, like, the ending cutscene of Metal Gear Solid 3 is, like, a really, really long cutscene. And I know that the opening cutscene is really long. Unless I just, like, sat down and did, like, hour-long videos that accounted for that, like, I don't really know. I really don't know how to do it other than stream it. You know? Try not to trip one of these, like, beams, because I don't want to listen to that alarm going off again. Okay. Watch out, the mosquitoes coming. Why are they... Now they're dropping lives like crazy. I don't get it. I don't know why all of a sudden they're dropping lives like crazy, and like they couldn't humor me with a few lives a minute ago. So are those cats or are those like rats or something? Mosquitoes, watch out. Now, which way? That way's forward. So I should go this way. Because I think you can go this way, right? Definitely some bottles on top of that, like, gator's head. I guess I was supposed to get it before I came over here. And there's a bottle there that I totally missed. They're, you know, they're not very well hidden. They're just, like, hidden just out of sight, that if you're not, like, literally spamming, like, looking around everywhere when you walk on the screen, like, you just look past it. Whoa. This music, the more I listen to it, the more it makes me want to play the original Resident Evil. I love that game so much. Alright, there's a bottle there. Whoa. Take that. Cool. But yeah, I love the original Resident Evil. Like, at some point I'm gonna do a playthrough for the channel. I just don't know if I'm gonna do just one playthrough for one of the characters, or if I'm gonna do, like, the playthrough, you know, of both, because technically nothing really changed. Well, I mean, some things change. You know, like, they do have completely different stories, so it would be kind of, like, disingenuous to say nothing changes. But, like, I don't know, it seems a little bit different than, like, you know,
Okay, this is
than,
kind
like,
of a
Resident
guess,
Evil
but
2.
Try 128.
128. When are we gonna get 23 as number 1?
These are the blueprints to Miss Ruby's production facility. I'll pipe this information into your binocucom. Use it to find breakables and clues nearby.
Cool, thanks, Bentley. Yeah, busted any good myths lately? But, anyway, yeah, so, I mean, it's not like Resident Evil 2, where it's like, you know, you play through one, you either play through Claire or Leon's first, and you get a different story, and then you play through the other one second. Because, you know, that's, like, the way the story is set up. So I don't know if I'll do, like, both both Chris and Jill, but we'll see about that. That's something for the future. But I'm gonna call the episode here. I appreciate you watching. If you made it to this point in the video, I really, really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.